Hi, I'm Dr. De Bruin, and this is another A-level chemistry exam question walkthrough from the transition metals topic. This question is about the different shapes that are formed by the complex ions that are formed by transition metals. And it would be a pretty unusual and mean year in which AQA asked you to talk about all four possible shapes, but you do need to know them, so we may as well practice them here. So first of all, we've got these four shapes that we're interested in. So those are going to be your tetrahedral and your square planar, and they're the two options if you've got a coordination number of 4, and then octahedral if you've got a coordination number of 6, and finally linear. Now for each one of these there are some different things that you could have chosen to draw, but we tend to see students drawing the same ones over and over, and you may as well just stick with the ones that you know work. So for tetrahedral, the most common would be a copper ion with some chloride ligands around it. But of course you could have chosen, rather than using copper as your central ion, to use cobalt. That would be really common as well. And then for your square planar, most students are going to draw cisplatin. But of course, if you wanted to switch over a chloride and an ammonia and have transplatin instead, then that would be completely fine as well. For octahedral, there are loads and loads of options available to you, but the most common one that we see is the hexa aqua copper ion. And again, you could substitute cobalt instead of copper, and that will be fine. You could also have some either total or partial substitution with ammonia and use those ligands instead, and you would still get that octahedral shape. And then if you were really feeling like an overachiever, you could go for some kind of bidentate ligand. So you could have something like ethylene diamine ligands in there instead. Now personally, I probably wouldn't go for that option because some years they will give you credit for a partial skeletal form like I've drawn here. Some years they want the full displayed formula, and that's going to take you way longer to draw than just 6 water molecules, and you don't want to be sort of wasting time on that in the exam. And then for a linear option, we tend to see people doing your Tollens reagent. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you are finding these walkthroughs of A-level chemistry exam questions useful. If you are, then don't forget to like and subscribe, and also let me know in the comments which topics from A-level chemistry you'd like me to cover next.